Hey YouTube. Well, it's a rainy day in Pennsylvania today, but I'm in my nice warm garage. Even though I got the garage door open, it's like 55 out. So I just was doing a little extra undercoating. This is 3M Underseal undercoating. It says it's paintable, rubberized, excellent sprayability, good coverage. The one thing about it, there's the model number. The one thing about it is that it does dry in about 3 days to a really hard surface. And even though I painted all this stuff, I just am adding a little extra to it. I did the rocker panels, the back of the rocker panels, and I finally got the bed on the back of the truck. And I was looking at the body lines here, and if you look at the body lines, there's about a 1/2 inch difference between the two. And I think the reason for that is because I measured from the old cab mounts to be able to determine where the cab should be. Now if you look at the top there, the gap between the window and the bed is pretty nice. The truck, when you look across it, I don't know if you can see that, but if you look across it, it's nice and flat in all directions. When you look at it from the back side, or from the front, it lines up pretty nicely with the cab. So I didn't have to do any bolting or grinding or anything to get it to bolt it. Everything bolted up pretty nicely. So just glad that that's on. So now we got the bed on. So the bed's on, the cab is on, everything's bolted down, and all I got to do now is take this radiator support off and take care of that. I noticed that one of the supports there are pretty well shot, so I'll probably make 2 of those. The other one's here. The support here, I guess, got a little bit of oil on it or something. Transmission fluid had been leaking at one time. Here it just rotted out, so I'm going to replace that. Other than that, I put these rubber strips back on. I wiped them off and cleaned them up and put some sealant adhesive behind them so that they'd stay on. So the truck is looking good for 219,000 miles, and a frame rebuild, new paint job, which I'm happy with. I scratched the bed a little bit, or not the bed, but I actually scratched the cab a little, trying to set the bed on by myself, which, you know, this is the way things go. It's not really bad. There's one gouge there. I can sand them off and spray them. The good thing about this is it's acrylic enamel, so I can pick out panels with the paint this new and spray that over again. I had fixed the tailgate so it opens nice before when I had it off the truck. So anyway, that's where I'm at today. And yeah, having that bed on makes a big difference in how the truck looks. It's really getting back in shape. So glad that everything fit nicely, that I didn't have to take the bed back off to play around with anything. So see if I can look at some of where these mounts were underneath there. You can see how the spring purchase that I put came nice. There's one of the cab mounts there, and there's one right there. Now the holes I made a little bit bigger just for alignment purposes, but they came good. The ones in the back were easy, they just sat right on top of the frame. So we're looking pretty good here. Everything worked out pretty nice. I bought a hose the other day for the filler tank, for the gas tank, and I cut it according to the old hose, and I ended up being 1 inch short. I had to go buy another one. And believe it or not, that stuff was unbelievably priced. I don't have an account per se, but I use a AAA card with Napa, And this hose, 12 inches long, was $29.99, which is freaking ridiculous, you know. With the card and with a $5 rebate on everything that I buy, that ended up being $19. So that's the one that I'm eating. I don't know why, but it wouldn't fit from the nozzle to the frame, even though that's what the original one looked like. But I'm beginning to think that the original hose wasn't original. I think it was more like put on later on. So I'm not sure if they put it on. I'm not sure what happened or when I put it on. I know it was put on. The bed was been off this truck a couple of times for different things, and can't remember everything that I've done to it. But anyway, there we are. Not a bit of rust on the frame now. All you need to do is make bumpers, because I'm not going to use the bumpers that you get. Because the other day I saw a guy driving a brand new Toyota and there was a rust forming on the bumper. I'm telling you, even the freaking overseas foreigners that are making trucks, I guess they're made in this country, are freaking junk. So I'm going to use some heavy gauge steel and I'll just paint the bumpers white. So anyway guys, that's where I'm at so far. So have a good day. Try not to get too wet. Bullseye's not going out today. He don't like getting wet unless he makes himself wet jumping into a pond. Right, boy? Have a good day, guys. Bye.